Sestra-Tainment.
I'm Lenora.
And I'm Dee.
And we're coming to you today in regards to
Everything Entertainment.
So, sis, what do you have going on since you're first?
So, I have something I want to start off talking about, which is a very deep thing to talk about. But it is sad. So, I want everybody to be, I'm just saying my apologies now for starting it off on a low note. Okay. But it is great information. So what I'm going to start off with is actually, I was watching Oprah's podcast on her, she has her own podcast where she talks to people about the books that they are writing. And the book that I'm going to talk about today is The Unexpected Journey. And it's by Emma Hemming Willis, Bruce Willis's wife.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, the unexpected journey is basically she's trying to find strength. So it says underneath it, strength, hope, and yourself on caregiving path. So, so it's basically like everything that she went through and that she is going through, the family actually is going through while dealing with Bruce Willis. So, if people don't know, he has been diagnosed with dementia. Now, the type of dementia is the frontotemporal dementia, or FTD. Now, with this, she said it's been a struggle with being a caregiver for him. Now, FTD affects the part of the brain that actually helps you make judgment and reasoning.
Yeah.
And like the playfulness. So like it won't make you playful, it'll make you serious. And you have lack of judgment and you can't reason with anyone. So it makes people act out of the ordinary, I guess. So basically she was saying that he would say inappropriate things and how he wouldn't, like saying things that he wouldn't normally talk in that way. Yeah, right. So she talks about how she met him, how she met Bruce Willis. They actually had the same trainer. So when he was done with his class and he was walking out, she was walking in. So a couple of times they were just, chit-chatting or whatever, because they had the same trainer. And after a while, he had asked her out and he had asked her to come to his beach house or something like that somewhere. And she was like, I don't know if I want to go to your beach house. It was for the weekend, for like a long weekend, for like 4 or 5 days or something. She was like, yeah, I don't know about that. He's like, no, it's cool. He was like, I want you to understand, Demi's going to be there, her new husband, the kids are going to be there, so
that's an interesting first date.
He was like, I want you to, he said, I want to open up to you so you can see how I live. And then therefore, you'll be able to know from there if this is something that you want. So I guess he was just throwing her right into it. It's like, look, this is how we do it. Before we even make this anything, I guess, sexual.
Yeah, you have to.
You got to see how. Yeah,
it's a whole package.
Yeah, this is all. Yeah, it's a whole package. Yeah. So, but she also talks about how her and Demi got close. Her and was it Rumor and
the daughters.
Yeah, the daughters. How they treated her and, check on her and check on their dad. Like, they don't just call and be like, hey, how's dad doing or whatever. Yeah. They actually just like, hey, how are you doing? What's going on with you? Do you need a break? Like, can we do anything? So, basically, she was saying that she was doing it all on her own. Because she was like, nobody can do as much for someone that I love as I can. But with her having her own life, them having children, she was wearing herself ragged. She was losing weight. She looked horrible. She said a couple of days, like it would be like days before she would shower because she's trying to make sure everything else is taken care of. Yeah, taking care of her. So in the podcast, she talks about how it was very hard towards the end before he got diagnosed, because she was like, he was just not a man that I knew. She was like, something was going on. She was like, and I was ready to divorce him. She said, because he was rude, he was arrogant, he was saying things that were so inappropriate, and around women, around young people, just saying things that were just inappropriate. And she was like, who is this person? So
and you would never think something like that, especially with him being a younger guy at the time that probably she was starting to recognize the symptoms.
Exactly.
She was probably like, nah, it's no way that Like that wouldn't even cross your mind.
Exactly. Yeah. And you know what? So the thing is that when she was in school and she had studied about different types of dementia, and she said that her professor was like, now FTD is a dementia that you do not want to get or be around anybody who has this because it totally changes the person, and you don't know the person that you married or the person that raised you or your grandparent or whatever. This is a whole totally different person. So she remembered that when she was years ago when she was younger. When she was younger, like in college. And she said that she just recognized that Bruce was doing weird things. So she was just like, all right, come on, let's go to the doctor. She was like, he wasn't really there. He was in his own world, I guess. He was in his own world, but then would see her and just be like, what? Like, can you get the F out of my face? Like, why are you even here? Why are you still here? Like he was belittling her. Yeah. And that's part of the dementia. Like it's everybody says parts of dementia is it makes you ornery, it makes you, aggressive. Yeah. So, she said that they made a doctor's appointment, and when they went, as soon as they said it, she said that she felt so, I guess it was a double. One, she felt
like, oh gosh,
but also at first she was like, oh, this explains why
I'm not going crazy, and he's not going crazy. Like it's not something.
She was like, it was like she was okay. I'm understanding this, but then also, oh my God, this is the worst kind of dementia. This is going to be hard for me, for him, for everyone. And she was like, just going through her brain. What am I going to do? How am I going to go through this? Like, she's there. And then so Oprah asked her. She was like, and what do you think that Bruce felt about that? When the doctors told him what he had. She said he wasn't present. Yeah, he was there, but she's like, he was physically there, but mentally he wasn't present. He didn't know anything. Wow. But like she said, it's like the person that you love is gone, and now it's a rude, disgusting person that's there.
That's great.
And so, like, you see the person that you love, but now they're a whole different person. Unlike dementia is you see the person that you love and you get glimpses of them, of the regular dementia of older people. You get glimpses of that person. You're like, oh, yeah, okay, they're back. You're here with me. Let's try to hold on to this time as long as possible. And then sundown time hits, and then now they're gone again. But her talking about this was definitely something that was very deep. She talks about everything that she goes through in the book. And like I said, the book is called Unexpected Journey. But it's definitely something where it opens up your mind to understanding different types of, I guess, mental diseases that are out there that people don't like. I've never heard of FTD before. When I hear dementia, I just think, it's like older people type things, like Alzheimer's type thing. I don't know anything about it. Yeah, changing a person's, it changes your whole brain. It just changed your whole brain.
Yeah, who you are.
It rewires you into like you being like, I guess, like a little teenager where you're just rude and you don't care about anybody else. Like a spoiled brat. That's what it turned you into. But now listen, I have not read this book yet, but everything that she was talking about, and it does make me want to read it. I will buy it later. I'm already on like a whole list of a whole bunch of books that I'm reading at this moment. So, but just the podcast of her talking about it made me be like, yes, this is going on my list and I have to do this. So definitely check it out. It is Unexpected Journey by Emma Hemming Willis.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you have?
So I have a show that I was watching on Netflix, and it is called La Palma. Season 1 of La Palma. So it's one of those shows where it's in a lot of different languages. So sometimes the mouth is moving along with it because, this part is in English. And then the next thing you know, like somebody else's mouth is moving. And I'm like, that's not still moving with.
Oh, yeah. I saw something else that was like that extradition or something like that.
Yeah, something.
Because it was like it looked like they were talking in English, and then the next thing their mouth was moving, but it didn't.
It was some other language.
It was it was like it looked like they were speaking another language, but it was still English. It was still the words were still in English, but their mouth was moving like it was a different language that they were saying. So it was like one sentence would be like, "Hey, how are you doing today?" And then the person would say something, and then it comes back, and their mouth is moving, but then it's like a whole different verbiage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, with this, it was a Norwegian family vacationing in La Palma. I think it's Italy.
Okay.
And so based on that, you had, Spain. That's what it was.
Spain.
La Palma, Spain.
España.
So you had English language, you had Norwegian language, and you had the Spanish language.
Oh.
So therefore, it was that people were some talking in English, some talking in Spanish, some talking Norwegian. So I think it was going to have some subtitles no matter what.
Yeah, because everybody's speaking. But do you know what? That's crazy because that's
actually movie that was like
but that could actually be the reality of other countries that we don't even understand that because like in Europe all these countries are so close together, that you have to speak different languages because you have to be able to speak and understand different languages because you're right there like
France is right there.
Yeah, France is right there. But I mean I gotta
Spain
speak
is
it.
right there.
Yeah, we gotta speak
Italia.
it. Yeah.
It's right there. So, so the way that this worked is that it starts off with just this family. They're on vacation. They're just having a lovely, wonderful time in Spain, right? They're at the beach. They're enjoying stuff. But then it cuts to these people on a boat. That's basically how it starts. Let me go back. So people are on a boat, right? And it's not like a yacht. It's just a boat in the water. And it's almost like a tour. Like say you're on vacation and you decide, all right, I'm going to go see the Ark in Mexico, in Cabo, how they have the little arch, out in the water. Okay. Anyway, so it's a famous thing. So anyway, let's say you get on the boat, you go out there. Well, this, as they're on the boat, it's one of those glass bottom boats. Okay. And so a girl is like, oh my gosh, the water looks so pretty. She's like, I think I'm going to jump in. And her friend's like, oh, okay. So she jumps off the boat into the water. And then she's looking for a friend to pop up. And her friend doesn't pop up. So she's like, girl, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Where's my friend? Like, and does anybody see her? Like, what's going on? I can't find her. All of a sudden, she looks at the bottom of the glass boat. She's floating along the bottom of the boat. And she's like, she just hopped in there. Like, what happened? All of a sudden, you see the water starts bubbling.
Oh.
The water is hot and bubbling.
Volcano. She burned to death.
She burned to death. And now all of them are getting ready to die, basically, because the boat's getting ready to burn up because, because of the fact that a volcano is starting to erupt, and since it's underneath the molten rock and all of that, whatever,
underneath the ocean.
The ocean was the first thing to get super hot.
Now, what kind of boat did they have? Like
I said, it's just a little teeny boat. It wasn't a
I was just wondering. It's like
a glass bottom boat.
But could it melt?
All I know is they never showed what actually ended up happening other than the glass bottom burst.
Oh, okay, from the heat. And heat from the bottom and cool from the top.
Yeah.
True.
So then what happens is you have the family, like I said, it's a mother, a daughter, a son, and her husband, like a stepdad for the kids, right? Okay. And so they're all enjoying, the wonderful time that they're having down in Spain. And all of a sudden, the wife gets a call that says, hey, from her husband, her ex-husband, sorry. So her ex-husband calls and says, hey, look, I'm not supposed to say anything, but it looks like La Palma is going to be one of the places that's going to get hit by the volcano. So a volcano is erupting. We're getting the arithmetic equations or whatever. Yeah. I know y'all are on vacation.
Seismograph.
Yes. Get out. Get out. And so she's like, what? Huh? What are you talking about? We're enjoying our vacation. He was like, I don't care. Get out.
I would have, you know what? I just would have hung out. I'd be like, okay, well, you enjoy your vacation and you idiot. Click.
Well, the thing is that she should know this is his job. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know that's what I do for a living.
So basically,
you don't want to listen. Come on.
You have that storyline, right? Then you have the people who are in La Palma who get it, right? They're the people who already go up to the top of the volcano, test the sulfuric whatever, and look at this and look at that. And so they're realizing there's some activity going on, like something's changing, and we can't really figure it out. But this gap that used to be this big is now like this big. So something is going on, everybody. So they're like reporting things out, but nobody's wanting to take anything serious.
Okay.
So you have that storyline going on. So you also have a storyline with the daughter where she's a little awkward, and not really, I don't know if you want to call her awkward, but long story short, she makes a friend. So when the mom finally registers and gets it and is like, all right, okay, let's go ahead, pack up, let's go. Your father is saying that we just have to go. I can't answer any questions, but we got to go. It's an emergency. It's important. And we have to make sure we're on one of these boats that's leaving La Palma really soon. And so the daughter is like, but my friend, I have to let, and you just met this chick. But anyway, my friend, I have to tell my friend. So her mom is like, look, we have to go. So they're all rushing. And
I'll be like, well, send a message from the concierge.
She goes and she tries to find the friend, and they can't find the friend.
Okay.
And so they decide, all right, we just have to go. So they're rushing to get to the boat so that way they can be on one of these last boats that's getting ready to leave. Because by this point, the word's starting to get out a little bit that something's going on.
Okay.
And so more and more people are trying to get off of this island.
Okay.
And what ends up happening is that the wife, the son, and the daughter get on the boat. The husband, as they're all rushing, like all of a sudden became like mob mentality, right? So he's like, I'm just going to steal this van to get us to this boat. Yeah. So then these guys pull him out the van and beat him up.
Yeah, because you stole the van,
He just tells the wife, the kids, everybody, like, go, like, just run, like, try to get there as best
But
you
now
can.
everybody around the town knows that.
Yeah, at some point, it starts to get out that this is what's going on. And I think there may have even been, actually, there was a horn, like a siren, that they finally were like, okay, we just got to let people know we can't keep it quiet any longer. And so everybody's trying to get to boats and different things to kind of get away. The wife, the daughter, the son, they're on the boat. The husband's got beat up, but then he's running, like trying to get to the boat, and they just took the hook off of the thing.
Oh, it's starting to go.
Slowly starts to take off, and it's like too far for him to try to jump. Even like it was.
Yeah, he's gonna boil.
It was not. Well, I don't even know if that water was the same water that was the boiling water. It was almost like it was different parts of the area that things were happening. So then you're like, oh, well, they'll never see him again, right? So then you see his story. So his story is now separate than their story. So now the daughter gets to where the mom and all of them are like safe. They're trying to all get on a flight because they're like, even though we've now gotten off of that island, once this volcano erupts and those cracks get bigger and bigger and bigger, it can cause landslides, it can cause this and that, and it's probably going to cause a tsunami.
Yeah.
So based on that, we're now on the other side of where the tsunami is. So it's either burned with molten lava or drowned from tsunami because we're on the new side of the on a different island. So they are trying to get in airplanes. Everybody's trying to get these pilots to get these planes up into the air so that way everybody can be safe. So the mother, the son, the daughter, they're in the line. The daughter is like, Mom, I have to find my friend. I'm pretty sure she's here. It's the stupidest thing. Yeah. So anyway, so she goes to try to find a friend. Why this mom would be like, all right, we'll wait for you on the plane. Yeah. And then whatever. Can I tell you what happens with that whole scenario? Insanity.
It did piss you off?
It was just like, why don't people do what they say they're going to do?
Oh, yeah.
Because it becomes this whole cat and mouse thing of, oh, well, I'm looking for my friend. Oh, where's mom? Oh, mom can't leave without me. But mom doesn't want to tell. It was very frustrating because you're just like, number one, no mother would say, yes,
go ahead and go.
I'll let you go. Find your friend that you just met 24 hours, 48 hours this week.
Yeah,
put it this way. This week, I'm going to let you go and risk your life because if you don't come back, and they had all these wristbands and things like, you're important, you get to get on the plane. Other people didn't get to get on the plane. So she's trying to decide as the daughter, do I save this wristband for my stepdad in case he can get here? Or do I give it to my friend so that she can get on the plane with me? And I'm just like, oh.
How old is she?
Maybe 14, 15, something like that.
Oh, so she's still got a child mentality. She doesn't understand the severity of everything.
Yeah, exactly. So then the good part is you get to see the stepfather, the husband, in his journey, because he is like, look, and he appears to be such a good guy too. So you're just like, all right, you're kind of rooting for him to get to where he can find his family, right? And so him and one of the ladies who's the seismic person on La Palma, they end up connecting somehow near a boat, and they're just like, okay, might as well be the two of us trying to take this boat, because a whole bunch of people are coming over this ridge, and if we don't take it,
then we're going to be SOL.
And it's just going to be overpowered, and probably so many people going to try to get on it that it's not even going to work anyway.
Yeah, it's going to,
So let's just try to go for it, kind of thing. And then the tsunami happens.
Oh.
And you're just like, what? So, and it was pretty cool how they tried to show it, but it was unrealistic as to...
Too much CGI? You mean?
No, I mean
unrealistic how they put it together.
How people were going to survive it, because there became this thing where the husband, who's not even there, but he's like, "Look, I don't remember how he got this story out to somebody. I can't even remember, but it was basically, he was broadcasting it. If you were on La Palma and you made it over to XYZ Island, just know if you get into this little nook." Like, like where if a wave comes,
I know you're talking about,
it should go past it. It shouldn't turn and go into this nook. So if you can get to that nook, you'll be safe. So everybody who can't get on a plane, go over to that nook, kind of thing. And then seeing people trying to get to that nook, and how unrealistic it is, really, when you think about, like, you're on water. How are you going fast enough on this boat to outspeed a tsunami? To turn just in time.
Yeah, because like a tsunami is like,
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's fast. It's fast rushing. Yeah,
it's
so
fast. Anytime rivers go in there, look really fast. A tsunami. And so, so that's really what the whole premise of this show is about. Is like, how do people interact and engage, and hey, you're just on a vacation, and all of a sudden all this stuff happens, and then how do you go about trying to survive, and does everybody survive, and what does that look like? So
that tsunami part reminds me of that movie that we had talked about before, where they were in like the Philippines or something like that,
the real
family
story.
And how they were like,
I think it was Thailand.
Was it Thailand or Philippines?
Might have been the Philippines. I can't
somewhere
remember.
like
I thought it was Thailand though.
But that's what it makes me think of, because that one was actually very realistic, where it was like people up inside of trees, and they were just like, I don't know how to get down because the waves put me up here.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm holding on
for dear life because
I'll hold on till next
I'm on a
Tuesday.
Palm tree. This thing ain't got no limbs on the way down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'll hold on for as long as I need to. So but that's on La Palma. It's on Netflix. I mean, I found it entertaining. I don't know if everybody will, but for me, it was entertaining. So there you go. All right. So what you have next, sis?
All right. So I also have a Netflix movie. This one is called Escape Room. Now, it came out in 2019, and there is an Escape Room 2, which I want to watch now.
Okay.
So basically what it is, it's like, it's these 6 people, and they get like sent a box from like a familiar person, like a person with a familiar name on it, right?
Okay.
So like one guy is getting a box, and it says that it's from, somebody who he's doing some investment with.
Okay.
A young lady gets a box, and it's supposed to be from one of her favorite teachers. Like everybody who gets a box gets it from somebody who they know.
Okay.
So they don't know that it's supposed to be like an opportunity, but they don't understand the severity of this because they think it's just a gift, but it is not. So everybody gets the box, they open up the box, and it's another little box inside of it.
Okay.
But it's like a puzzle box. So you got like push little things on it, and then other little tabs will pop out and things like that.
If you're doing it right, then you get more clues.
Yes. So as all of this happens, then when it doesn't open up, it actually just shoots out a business card. The business card gives you a location and like an address.
I feel like I might have watched this. Okay, go ahead.
But it gives you an address, and when you get that address, it gives you an address and a date. You show up, and there was one guy he actually was part of it because he has been doing all of these escape rooms.
Okay.
So he has a card, and he's like, all right, cool. Now I'm going to another escape room. I've done so many of them. Like, I'm a beast at this.
No problem.
And the other people are like, well, I just got this box from somebody. It was a gift, and I don't even know what's happening. So this is a what?
I've never done it.
Yeah, and then the guy's like, oh my God, this is like a multi-million-dollar escape room that's like all over the world, and like people do this, and it's like it's so hard to do, but like if you can get through it, then it's amazing. Like, you know, you get the satisfaction of being able to get through everything because you realize how smart you are, and but then also winning something.
Okay.
That is not what's happening.
Okay.
It's like an episode. It's like a movie. It's like Saw. It's like Saw.
Oh, I thought it was like Squid Games. Okay.
It's yes, Squid Games, and I would say Squid Games, but nobody's killing you.
Okay.
Basically, if you lose, you die.
Well, you just said nobody's killing you.
Nobody's killing you.
Oh.
But you could die.
Okay.
And now you lost the game.
Oh, because like the apparatus or the whatever.
Anything, yeah.
Really,
Every room, yeah. So
something in the room.
So it starts off their escape room is that they're just in this like office. So then they walk in and they look at each other. Hey, how you doing? You know, and then there's a glass window.
Why did they go?
Because they got gifts from people.
I know they got gifts.
They don't know that it's an escape room. The only information that they got is they just got a gift from somebody who's supposed to be giving them something. You know, here, cherish this. There's a little note and everything with it.
Yeah.
And then
when you call that person to say, "Hey, why did you give me this box?"
This is a movie, so
I'm just confused. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So, but yes, so when they first get there, they walk into like this waiting room area, whatever. There's a glass, like a frosted glass window, and you go over to it and you push a button and you say something, and then somebody says, you know, just have a seat. Somebody will be with you in a second.
Okay.
Momentarily, whatever. So they're sitting there, and then they're like, all right, we don't understand what's going on. They go, why have we been sitting here for so long? We don't understand what's happening. It's been like an hour. Let me go try and get this lady to give us some more information. And she says, please be seated. Someone will be with you in a moment.
Okay.
And then it's like, what? And then somebody else comes up there and was like, hey, like, what is it that we need to do next? It's like, please be seated. Somebody will be with you in a moment. And they're like, that tone and that voice is exactly the same each time. And then they bust in and they realize it's just a mannequin sitting there. And it's just a recording every time that you go and try to talk to it. So they're like, oh, we're in the game right now.
Already, yeah.
Excuse me. So as they're in the game right at that moment, then it's like, okay. And one guy's like, I don't know for sure if this is the game, but I'm not sticking around for this. I'm out. I'm not here for a game. Somebody gave me this as a gift. That's it. He goes to open up the door handle. Door handle pops off. And it is a little knob. And they're like, what is that knob? It's like, I don't know. So then they're looking all around. It's like they got like a little water cooler. They got a fire extinguisher. Yeah, do you remember this? Yeah. It's like a fire extinguisher there, whatever. And then it was like, okay, well, it looks like it's a combination. And they turn it. Mm-hmm. And now, like, there is heat. Mm-hmm. Coming in the room. It's like, man, it's getting hot in here. It's like, wait, it's getting really hot. And then they look back at the knob and it's like, we're in an oven. That knob is like an oven knob. But because of the person who did it before, I guess they don't cook, so they don't know anything. So then it's like, no, this is an oven knob. And then it's like, okay.
Can we turn it down?
Yeah, can't turn it down. Yeah, so they try to turn it down. Can't turn it down. It won't move. Then they're like, okay, we have... what was it? They were trying to like break the door or whatever, and they go and pick up the fire extinguisher, and it's plastic. So they're like, okay, so now we're stuck. So they have to get through that room. Mm-hmm. Now they have to work together in order to get through the room. Yeah. So them working together, when you have one man, there was one guy who was the biggest a-hole. Mm-hmm. He was all about himself. He didn't care about anybody else. Mm-hmm. He just wanted for himself.
Yeah.
So, but they're going through rooms. So I will tell you this. They go from a room that's an oven to a room that is a cabin. Then there's another room that looks like outside in winter in the mountains where it's freezing cold.
Okay.
And like, how is that a whole room? And then they have another room where it's an upside down pool hall and bar. But the twist comes with all of the people who get through it. Like, each room is not what it seems like. It just seems like a regular room or a regular cabin or regular woods or whatever, but you have to figure out how to get out.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's not like, the escape rooms that you pay for to go to. It's like, oh, you pay for it, and it would be like, oh, you're in a mad scientist lab, and you have
Yeah, you
to
have
get
to
the
figure out,
potion
yeah.
code in order to blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
No, this looks like you just walked into somebody's house, and now you try to get out because the wall's about to crush you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So I thought the movie was really good. It starts off weird because when it really originally starts off, when it first comes on, there's a guy who's in an office or a library, and he's sitting there and he has to figure out this puzzle, and he's by himself, so he has to figure out how to put the codes in place or whatever, because it's like a little riddle that you have to figure out. And as he's trying to figure this out, the room is just squeezing together and trying to kill him. And then it snaps to going to before all of this escape room stuff happens. So I thought that it was good. The one guy did make me angry. I'll tell you the people who are in it, because these are a lot of actors that you've already seen before. You know them.
You know their faces.
Yeah, you know their face. So Jay Ellis, that's the one that's an a-hole.
Okay.
All right. Now he plays Jason Walker, who is like, I don't know if he's an investment banker or something like that, hedge fund pro, whatever. So he's somebody who's a bigwig with a corner office, and he has money.
Okay.
You have Taylor Russell, who plays Zoe, and Zoe is a student. She's the one who her teacher gives her some stuff, gives her the gift. You have Logan Miller, which he is a kid who he's trying to like do right and like make it in this world because he's been like down a very bad road. You have Tyler Labine, or Labine. He plays Mike Nolan, and I couldn't remember his story of how he ended up getting there. But you also have Deborah Ann Wall, who was on True Blood, and she plays Amanda Harper. You got Nick Donnie, who plays Danny, and he is the one who has been to all of the escape rooms. So he's the one that's like, yeah, we got to figure this out. We got to do this. We got to do that. So those are the main ones that are in this escape room, and you trying to figure it out. But I think that it was a really good movie, really good very well put together for it to be a Netflix movie.
Gotcha. And as you were talking about it, it sounded familiar until you said cabin, and then it didn't. But I've watched another movie that had the same premise, which is weird.
The cabin scene was you could have been you.
Well, I just looked at the actors, and they aren't the actors.
It's not the same actors you were thinking. Oh, okay.
Yeah, with this, but it was the same kind of thing, like as you go from one room to the next.
Oh no, I've seen that one because that one was the rooms were catching on fire and different things were happening. That was something different. No. This is not just rooms. Escape room is like it could be an entire house that you have to escape from. That's what I said. It was all of outside in the winter in the mountains, and you couldn't tell where they started painting the mountains and where the actual mountains and the trees and everything were because they were on ice.
Yeah.
So you go out of a cabin, like you go out of a room that was an oven, and you're going through the air ducts, and then you bust through, and now you're in another part.
Yeah.
And that's in the cabin. You got to figure out what the president. They had to figure out a president's name with 7 letters in order to get the lock undone. So they were just naming off presidents until they got to the right one. And then once they get out of there, that's when they are in a whole. Yeah, but it's like, how do you have a room that is ice, trees, water, freezing cold,
everything, like
but underneath the ice is actually water where you could drown. Like, this is real water. Like, how deep is this? How did they even put this together?
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I thought it was dope. I definitely think that people should check it out. It's called Escape Room, and like I said, there is Escape Room 2. If you want to watch that one, I would definitely recommend that you watch the first one in order to get why they're doing the second one, because there is a twist at the end of the first one.
Well, plus you don't know who lives through the first one, so if you start watching the second one, you'd be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, so you can know who wins and who is the person who
like
beat everything.
Games you can't watch. And
You can't watch Squid Games too if you haven't watched the first one.
Exactly.
So, but that's all I had. What do you have next, sis?
Another Netflix show.
Okay.
The Waterfront. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it, but I didn't know if I wanted to watch it or not. I tried, but I mean, I've thought hard about
Thought
it.
about watching it?
Yeah, I didn't really try, but I was just like, it's kind of hallmarky to me. So
It's not. Well, I don't know. It's about a rich family.
yeah, that's what.
Imagine
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
that's what it was like. It's kind of like, like
So
I know they have drama and everything, but
Yeah.
it's like they were trying to do Ozark all over again.
I could see that. Yeah, so it's a rich family called the Buckleys, and basically they run the whole town. And in the process of that, they are doing some shady things that they shouldn't be involved in. Let me go through the cast really quick. We have, if it will work for me to pull up. Okay. We have, the father is Holt McClaney, and everybody knows him. He has played in a little bit of everything. You know his face. Like that, like you said, he's in everything.
Yeah.
He was in
I know who he is. Yeah, I know his face.
Iron Claw. He was in Mindhunter.
Yeah, he's always like a
Amateur.
rough and tumble guy, right?
He was in Mission Impossible, Fight Club. Like, yeah, he's the rough and tumble guy. Somebody who I feel like maybe even plays a bad guy most of the time.
Yeah, it's like that's the guy you want to mess with in the movie.
Right, exactly. So he's the father. The mother is Maria Bello, and so he plays Harlan Buckley. His wife is Belle Buckley. They have children who are Bree Buckley, played by Melissa Benoist, and you have Jake Weary, who plays Kane Buckley. You have Peyton Buckley, played by Danielle Campbell. So a lot of Buckleys there. And then you have, I think the only other main person to talk about is Topher Grace from that 70s show.
yeah.
So he plays in here as a psychotic drug lord. That's the most easiest way to describe him.
And
a
he's
psychotic drug
and he's
lord.
not funny as a psychotic drug lord.
He makes some wisecrack jokes from time to time. Yes, I mean, as Topher Grace would do. I just feel like that's his personality anyway, but he probably gets cast in things solely
Like, yeah, he's
because
typecast because he's that arrogant, but
yes, that's
funny.
exactly who he was. He was arrogant and cocky because he was rich too, and just, a jerk. And so basically it's all about this family and them being almost indebted, I guess, to Topher Grace's character as they are getting into the water and taking things across the water that really shouldn't be, illegal things.
Okay.
And so based on that, it could be drugs, it could be guns,
So it's
it could
just
be
like
whatever
Ozark.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah. And so what ends up happening is he kind of has this vendetta against the family, specifically the father. They are in debt, so there's things that they're trying to pay off. You have where the kids themselves have a lot going on, like the son is having an affair with this other girl in town who's good friends with his wife, and there's drama there.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, it's that kind of thing. Which they
Well,
were
apparently you're
high school-
not good friends with the wife
Well,
if you're
they were
sleeping
high
with her
school
husband.
sweethearts. And then what ends up happening is, I guess, somehow a flame was rekindled. And then it became, oh gosh, I feel terrible. We should have never done that. Maybe we'll do it one more time. And then now we definitely should not do that. I feel terrible. And oh, by the way, I need to stop cheating on my husband too, kind of scenario. So, there's that. You have a person who is trying to navigate being with this family who is a recovering addict. So you have that kind of storyline and how people will even try to use that to their advantage and not necessarily, do the right thing for you. We have where people are just, they'll put you in the water with sharks and, like how people will like hang you upside down or something like that. Did they do that in New Jack City or something?
Yeah, they did that in the Five Heartbeats when they hung him out the window.
Yes, well, they'll do that. But
Said
over
my
a
hours
boat.
between what? 9 and 5.
Yeah. So what they'll do is they'll just hang you outside, like over top of or over the side of the boat, and have the sharks, start,
Yeah.
acting like they're getting ready to nibble on you, and then they'll pull you back up to get you to talk and do that kind of stuff. So they're not, it's like you have some characters in here that are salvageable, but a lot of them are not, and you just know that they aren't necessarily, good people or a good family. It is a show that, it's one of those things that it's okay. Like, it has 7 out of 10 stars with IMDb, and that was out of 15,000 people who, saw it and rated it. So that's not terrible. But at the same time, Netflix didn't renew it for another season. So then that has me thinking that, okay. There's some things that, they weren't happy with in regards to the way that
the outcome of it.
Yeah, outcome of how many people watched it. But I also don't feel as though a lot of people even talked about it. Like, the only reason I knew about it was because of the fact that Terry, shout out Turk, he was the one who's like, oh, I'm watching this. You want to watch, an episode with me? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll just pick up wherever you are and keep watching. So I think I started at like episode 4, and then we just watched like 2 or 3 episodes. And then I went back and then watched the beginning part of it, because I was like, now I'm invested.
Yeah, you're already invested.
I'm invested into it now. So
now did you ever watch Bloodlines?
Yes.
So is it similar to Bloodlines with that too?
Yeah, you're right. It kind of does have that family dynamic to it.
Yeah.
A black sheep, drama, fathers who don't get along with sons, and because in this show, literally at one point, the father punches the son in the face. And then he's like, Dad, what the heck? And he was just, going off, the father did. And then at another point, the son punched the father in the face. And then he was like, I'm sorry, Dad. And he was like, don't ever apologize.
Yeah. Don't show him you're soft.
Yeah, don't apologize. Like, because it felt like the whole show was, not the whole show, but part of the show was about the father trying to get the son to prove he's like as strong as he is. Like, are you taking this family line or what? Because we only have sisters.
And you know what? He plays the character, because he was also in Animal Kingdom. So he plays the character where it's like, I have to be rough and tough, but really I'm not. But I have to act this way.
Right.
But I'm not that.
Yeah, because at one point he has like a heart attack or something on this show, and it's crazy. So he's with his mistress having a heart attack. And the mistress calls the wife, like, oh my God, he's not doing well. And the wife was like, call 911, like, have them take him I'll meet y'all there. Like,
so the wife doesn't even care? She probably doesn't care.
It was hilarious. Where, because you're expecting like, oh my gosh, like, this is going to be so embarrassing for everybody. And it was like, we got money, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, but then also it's like, I'm with him for the money. You can have him out. What days can we work our calendars out together?
Exactly. So we can like sometimes they're acting like they love each other, and then other times it's just like, well, do whatever you want to do. Like, I really don't care. And then so the girl goes up and hugs her and all this stuff, and you're just like, okay, interesting. This is how rich people do, I guess. And then the other thing is, like, then there's a love interest that comes into her purview, and you're just like, oh, so maybe what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just a one-sided thing. So, but I also do feel like they're both in it together in regards to what is best for the family. So even if we're not married in the way of, I love you unconditionally and I'm going to make sure that we are together until the end of time. It's more of a, look, this is a contractual agreement. And, I do care for you deeply. I wouldn't have wanted you to die. However, if you did, I know I'd be well taken care of. And, oh, by the way, we need to do what's best for this business. So if you're making stupid decisions, is that best for the business? But then sometimes she's making decisions that he isn't aware of. And then he's like, wait, hold up. You did what? You made an arrangement with who? That kind of thing. And then Topher Grace's character is like, I can't even think of, the only way I can really describe him is like Tuco off of Breaking Bad, but a lot of people probably don't remember Tuco. But he was the guy who used to be on, I think it was Major Crimes or something like that. But anyway, with Brenda Lee Johnson, and he was one of the detectives then. But long story short, it's like a loose cannon where 1 minute he could be talking and it seems to be okay, and then the next minute, like, he shoots somebody in the head. Like, that's Topher Grace's character.
Okay.
So he's very much...
He's like the Joker.
Yeah, you just don't know what you're going to get when you're around him. So you can tell people are... And I don't know if he does it on purpose. I mean, not as an actor, but as like the character does this on purpose of like, I want to keep people on their toes. Like, that's my best saving grace is if I keep them on my toes, then I don't have to be kept on my toes, you know? And so he will just do erratic things and like invite you somewhere where you're like, oh, I know he's pissed at me. And he's like, hey, let's go out hunting. And you're like, well, I can't tell him no, but then he might try to kill me while I'm out there, you know? So it's like one of those types of things. But it has been canceled, so maybe people won't want to necessarily watch it. I think it was just canceled like 3 weeks ago. But I thought that it was a decent enough. I mean, it kept my attention while I was watching it. It's a lot of characters and moving parts because you have the sister's story, then the other sister's story, the mom's story, the dad's story with the affair, the son's story, and is he going to man up, quote unquote, and be like his father and go out killing people because he can't pull a trigger, you know, when the show first starts and all these kind of things. So like what does it all end up happening on the waterfront?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow.
But that's it. It is on Netflix for now.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
I mean, I guess it will always be on Netflix.
Yeah, well, you know,
because but I think they're originals. They always keep them there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they keep their originals, but it is like the ones that they have the contracts for a certain amount of time, like the Sister Act or the Shrek or something like that. Yeah, they have to rotate those because now they're going to go to Hulu or they're going to go to Peacock or whatever.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at you. All right, insider knowledge.
Yeah.
All right, what you got, sis?
I got some hot topics. Don't take the Tylenol.
Oh, God.
Don't take the Tylenol. There's Tylenol. Everyone, there's Tylenol out in the world. Don't take the Tylenol.
I swear it
Tylenol is not good for you.
Don't take Tylenol. Got said 20 times.
It did get said 20 times. Well, close enough. But this is the United States President Donald Trump talking about Tylenol while he's standing there with Dr. Oz behind him and RFK.
Yeah.
So.
The rise in autism is among the most alarming public health developments in history. There's never been anything like this. Just a few decades ago, 1 in 10,000 children had autism. So that's not a long time. And I've always heard, you know, they say a few, but I think it's a lot less time than that.
What?
It used to be 1 in 20,000, then 1 in 10,000. And I would say that's probably 18 years ago. And now it's 1 in 31. But in some areas, it's much worse than that, if you can believe it. 1 in 31. And I gave...
Okay, you're just gibbering.
I was going to say, how long do we have to listen?
They're taking something. And by the way, I think there are some studies that suggest for example.
Sounds like Audrey Hepburn.
He does sound like Audrey. I was trying to figure out who it was. Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. So Trump says that if you have autism, it's because of Tylenol.
That your mom took Tylenol.
Your mom took Tylenol while she was pregnant with you, so now you're autistic. Because Tylenol only came out in the 90s, apparently, to him, because that's when they started saying that they started seeing more things of autism. More.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
But what if there's a mother who has an autistic child and she never has taken Tylenol a day in her life?
It was slipped in your drink. Somebody gave you Tylenol. You just didn't know. That's just what they're saying. I have no idea. I don't know, but they're pushing acetaminophen or whatever he was saying. Let's see.
Whatever he's got stock in?
No, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But he was like, so you got to take, what is this word? Acetaminophen.
Wait, he didn't know how to say acetaminophen?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Nobody prepped him on that before the
So I feel like the people who work for Donald Trump are like, hey, this is some things that you have to go over. Yeah, I already know everything.
Yeah.
So
I'm smart.
I
I'm the
don't need to
president. I know
go
it
over
all.
things when I know everything. Like,
Exactly.
don't. And then it's like, wait, how do you pronounce this word?
Yeah, don't
Oh,
insult
no,
my
sir.
intelligence.
You know everything. So you sound it out yourself. So there's that. Yeah, there's autism and Tylenol.
Okay.
Whatever. Another thing is they had the Trump Jeffrey Epstein statue that was placed in DC.
Yeah, I saw the golden statue.
Golden statue. It was Trump holding hands with Jeffrey Epstein. Frolicking. They had their legs up, hands out like they were little fairies, holding hands in the middle, saying that it was actually something that they posted. They put something on there about what Trump had actually said about Jeffrey Epstein. Like,
with his birthday card?
yeah, that's what it was.
From the birthday card. Yeah. So I was listening to something about that recently where they were saying that so somebody released all of these birthday wishes to Jeffrey Epstein, and it's the who's who of people. And Donald Trump did deny that was his message to Jeffrey, and the signature, which was exactly his.
Yeah.
And somebody else had made really crude drawings, and they said actually Bill Clinton wished him, I mean, because we all know all these people were at the island, but had wished him a happy birthday, and his was the tamest, like just a regular happy birthday. Yeah. Whereas some people were drawing pictures of Epstein laying on a table with food all over him and little girls standing in the corner with balloons. So, like, those are the kind of things that people were drawing for
I didn't know
a birthday card. Yeah.
And
Joy
you put
Reid
this
was
in
talking
a
about
birthday card.
Well, they thought nobody would ever see it. Who was going to see it? It's Jeffrey Epstein. He has the secrets on everybody. When is Jeffrey's secrets going to come out?
Where's Jeffrey going to put these birthday cards?
They probably thought he'd burn them.
Yeah, but then you never know, because he might just be like, oh, no, this...
it's his evidence to hold against you.
Exactly.
On
That's what I'm saying. He's going to use
That's
it
what he always
that's
does.
fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Trumpy and Jeffy boy frolicking. But come, I believe it was Thursday night, they actually went at like 2 a.m. and got it taken down.
Oh, somebody took it down?
Somebody took it down. So the only reason it was taken down was because the statue was only supposed to be a certain height and everything. So you know that one that you showed me of Trump coming out of the manhole?
Oh, yeah, manhole,
So the statue is only supposed to be 3 feet tall. So I was wondering, that's why they did the one of the manhole cover with him coming out of that. With the rat, because it can only be 3 feet tall. So I think that's like we'll let you put a statue up, or let you put something up, your sculpture, but it's got to be under 3 feet.
Well, so that was definitely bigger than 3
because
feet.
it was like 9 feet by 24 feet. So they actually they destroyed, but they
violated the ordinance or the whatever that they had.
Yeah,
to
but
put it out
when
there.
they went to go, I hit the microphone. When they went to go take the statue down, they actually flipped it over, broke pieces of it and stuff in order to get it into the truck.
Who took it down?
I don't know, some company. I don't know.
I mean, but it wasn't like Secret Service or somebody who intentionally wanted to break it.
No.
Okay, got it. I didn't know if Trump sent people out there.
I mean, he might have sent a tow truck company. It was like, hey, get this tow truck company to break it into pieces and haul it off somewhere. I don't know for sure. But
the biggest problem that he's having right now is that not only do Democrats want to see the Epstein files, but there are a number of Republicans who are pressing to see it, which, as I may have mentioned last time, maybe I didn't, but Charlie Kirk was one of the people who was pressing.
Yes, you did mention it last time. Yeah.
Have the Epstein files released. And so based on that, there are still a lot of Republicans who are interested in that happening. So, and that's a tough pill to swallow when you know you're all in it.
Exactly, yeah. Another thing about your boy Trump is that...
Why my boy?
Well, everybody's boy. I don't know. If you're in the United States of America, I guess he's got to be your boy because he's the president. So he actually took Jimmy Kimmel off the air, and now Jimmy Kimmel is back on because Disney was like, okay, so now we have people canceling their season passes that have had them for 40 years. We have people canceling, was it Disney, Hulu, and Paramount? ESPN
No,
and
not Paramount.
They were also,
Paramount for
Paramount,
Steven Colbert.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like now all of these coming together, and it's like, hey guys, we need.
Well, they lost
need to do it.
3.4 or 3.8 billion
Billion dollars,
in a matter of like 48 hours or something crazy, maybe a little longer.
Yeah, I think Disney didn't think about, it's whatever. But then it's like Disney was like, no, so yeah, we don't have any money now. Our parks are not flourishing like they were before.
Yeah, I think money is the thing that talks, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Obviously. So there was some type of allegedly threat in regards to, hey, take him off the air or else, because what he had said was specifically about President Trump. It was not specifically about Charlie Kirk. He just mentioned that this was what was taking place for Charlie Kirk, and instead of Trump being there, Trump was playing golf. That was mainly what I got the gist of. Yeah. And Trump was upset about that and tried to say he was saying negative things. There's people who were very upset at him, and they didn't even see what happened.
Said. Yeah, of course.
And so it was just like, wait a minute.
Just like there's people very upset about Tylenol, and they don't even know anything about Tylenol.
And they've been using it their whole life.
Tylenol and Dr. Pepper. Then ginger ale. People been telling you your whole life, this is what you need to have.
Ginger ale for your stomach.
Yeah, take ginger ale for your stomach.
And go ahead with Vicks Vapor Rub.
Vicks,
the whole thing.
Vicks Vapor. They coming for you, Vicks. They coming for you.
Be careful.
So now Jimmy Kimmel is back on the air.
And very high ratings.
Yeah, and it's so funny because he did his monologue. So it was heartfelt, but then also funny. Yeah, because he was emotional when he was like, I never meant to say anything about this young man who had passed away.
Yeah.
He was like, that is never my intention. He was like, what I was trying to say was, something, make light of, another situation that happened because this young man died. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I've reached out and I've told everybody that, blah, 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 blah. So he was very emotional about that. But then he was like, so now that I'm back on air, blah, 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 blah. But Disney did give me something to read. And he was like, it was like giving the whole spiel about the package. Please subscribe to Disney.
Your Disney account. Then go to Disney.com and go to this corner and click here and do that to resubscribe.
Yeah, because I was thinking about it. It's like, man, I would never be able to watch the Golden Girls unless I pay for an episode.
Oh, really? Is that on Disney?
That is on Hulu.
Oh, Hulu.
It is an ABC show.
At least finish Only
I know.
Murders?
I remember you saying that too. Yeah, but it's like, that's an ABC show. It's an ABC company. But what is the name? It's another company that is like underneath ABC. I mean, not underneath. They are with ABC.
Affiliated.
I think they own ABC, but Disney owns them. And I can't remember the name of the company, but it starts with an S. It might be Schneider or something like that. But they actually made it to where it's not going to play in certain cities and certain states.
Oh, you're talking about Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah.
Oh, they took that back today.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah, I saw it today. Yeah, because it was like he had mentioned that it wasn't playing in
where
Oregon.
where his aunt lives.
Yeah, it was like all these different places that it wasn't going to be able to play. And I think it was Seattle, so not the whole state of Oregon.
But it's certain cities and certain states that there wasn't being played. Yeah,
I think someplace in Missouri maybe or somewhere else. And so, but I did see a story today that said that they lifted their ban and that he was going to be playing the next day or night or whatever. Yeah. So that was recently overturned.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like that is one step towards the people getting, like, you see, okay, if we come together, then we can make a change.
Yeah.
Even if it's just putting somebody back on TV. But now, if we can just keep doing that.
Yeah. It's the same with Target, though. They've made a lot of different strides with Target. That CEO is not there anymore, is leaving out or something like that. So they're making different changes based on it. But I don't know.
I told you Hobby Lobby was too. Remember?
Yeah.
I saw the video for Hobby Lobby, and there was like black Santa Clauses everywhere.
Hobby Lobby has. No, I'm not even.
Yeah, we didn't have to go into it.
I've only been in there once, but once I found out their agenda, I was like, not so much.
Yeah.
But there's also people who pick and choose. And
That's
I mean,
very
I'm
true.
probably one of them where it's like, well, I'll eat at Chick-fil-A though.
Yeah,
And know their
exactly. Yeah.
agenda too. So it's like, I mean, no one's perfect. We're all flawed beings. So, but at the same time, certain things just, like a Hobby Lobby, there's no reason for me to choose that over Michael's or whatever else
exactly,
if I needed to get something. So I'm not going to.
Or even Walmart.
Intentionally, right.
Like, yeah.
Intentionally spend. Or Amazon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Amazon's not
Leave
perfect.
my house. Yeah, Amazon's nowhere near perfect. Amazon is modern day slavery.
Amazon, yeah, well, I've heard that for people who
I've worked for
there.
them twice.
Right, for people who've worked there.
And
I
it is
have heard
not
that.
a
Was it
place.
twice?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh, I don't remember twice.
In the warehouse and delivery.
Yeah, I forgot about the warehouse.
And it was not like in the warehouse, but my 9-hour shift, I was walking 15 miles minimum.
Yeah.
Hurting. And then it was like, you take your break, but you take your break on the third floor. And,
by the time you get to it.
row, but you take your break in the third floor and row like 900, and they all go by like, tens.
Yeah.
All the way down. So it's 900. 890.
Oh, God.
880. So
And I'm in 600.
Yeah. So then it's like, but then in order for me to go to take my break to go get a snack, it's going to take me 10 minutes to get down these steps.
Yeah.
10 to walk all the way from the 900s where the end of the building is to where the
snack place
actual,
is, where the break room is. Yeah.
and then come back. And then it's like, but then you didn't, but then you came back late from your break.
Yeah.
I didn't even get a chance to wipe when I used the bathroom because I was rushing so much.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So, but that was the thing. One more thing that I want to talk about is there is an AI artist called Xania Monet, and she reportedly, allegedly, this is from
Some website that nobody knows what the name of
Spiritual
it is?
World. Spiritual World is the name of the
Spiritual
website.
World, okay.
But this AI has signed a multi-million-dollar record deal.
Electronic signature?
I'm guessing so. But the crazy thing is that people are like, artists are like, nah, that's just taken away from us.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole reason that the writers went on strike years ago with
true.
COVID was because they knew that if they didn't, AI was going to start taking over their jobs.
And writing all the stuff. Yeah.
And actors weren't going to get jobs because you'd have an AI person.
Exactly,
in the place
because
of the
when you sign your contract, then they have your likeness. It's
Yeah.
the words that they use, and your likeness can be your voice,
Yeah.
your eyes.
Well, and they like to say your
stuff,
likeness
whatever.
as in it could be a stunt person. It could be whatever.
Yeah,
It still could be a person,
But it's like,
this
but
is the new your
So
likeness.
now it could be that this AI artist has a single drop with Busta Rhymes, but it's an AI Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
Because when they signed
here's my
with, let's say,
thing.
Universal, they said that they could use his likeness
Here's
for
one thing.
the
If you're
whole thing.
using somebody's likeness, then that person should get paid. Like, I'm not saying they have to get paid the full amount that they would
Oh
get
yeah,
paid
but
if they
it
physically
also
did it,
depends on the
but-
contract that you sign when you sign underneath this recording label.
I don't know. I just feel as though there's going to need to be parameters around it.
There is. AI is going to need a lot of parameters.
Yes,
around it,
because
but
right
it's not
now,
happening
and I
now.
mean, I'm in it fully.
Yeah.
It's the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
It really is. It's like the gold rush where everybody is just like all for themselves, and until they clamp it down, which I don't think this administration is going to have the bandwidth to be able to do it. Because
No, 'cause they're all
way
old.
Too many other things going on.
But they're all old
Well-
and not qualified.
Well, they're old, but they're old and wanted to get rid of TikTok. So it's like they could all come together about something with technology. I think until something catastrophic happens, their eyes aren't even going to be on it because they're so busy paying attention to Russia flying into our airspace over the past week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed that.
But then some people are like, oh, yeah, they do that all the time. And it's like a test. Is the U.S. going to send their fire jets after us this time? Okay, great. We'll turn around and go back. Oh, is America going to
That's
send
what
their fire
happened.
jets around
Didn't that
us
just
this time?
happen with Thailand and Cambodia?
I guess so.
Remember when they were talking about, because they said that there was a flight that went over, and then that's how the war started, because somebody flew over the enemy lines.
The enemy lines, yeah. So Russia consistently goes over to Alaska just to test the waters and see what happens.
I don't really think that the United States cares about Alaska, actually.
Well, no.
Do
Well,
we haven't like?
Well, they did send the fighter jets and stuff to go take care of it, supposedly. But the thing is that the way that it made it sound was like Russia also flew over Poland and flew over Switzerland and flew over.
They just
like,
flew
it was
over
just
the world.
Going all over everywhere, and it was like testing to see who's gonna try to like almost. Are we trying to start a World War III? And if so, who's gonna like put their forces up against us? Kind of scenario.
I did see that the president of Ukraine, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Zelensky.
Either. Yes.
The president of Ukraine actually went to NATO and begged and was like, can y'all do something to stop this war? Like, something needs to be done. And I feel like that is a real leader, because he's like, he's not being arrogant and being like, no, we're going to fight till we're all gone. Yeah, he's like, my people are struggling. Can we do something? Like, you all have the power to do something, so help me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's awesome that he did that.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate that he had to.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
it's
the
unfortunate.
problem, and that's the issue.
Yeah, because it's like people have, like, it's supposed to be like people have your back, but if I scratch yours, how you gonna spend?
Are they supposed to have at this point?
Exactly.
Like, is it Russia's back? Or
because I don't know what side are we on? What side is the United States on?
I think what I
exactly.
Have been
See, we don't know. We don't know.
Is that it's Ukraine?
Yeah, I don't understand.
But that was the other administration. I don't know with this administration.
I don't know. Yeah,
they've never said anything that I'm aware of.
No, they never said anything that we have done to. Well, I think we gave some tanks or something like that over, but I don't think that we don't have any troops. We don't have any troops, right? I think that they gave them something. Yeah. But we don't.
And then I heard that we may be giving somebody else something. Gosh, who was the people that I was hearing that about?
Why don't they give us something like free healthcare?
And on that note,
or cheaper housing.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Housing is insane right now.
Ridiculous.
Since COVID, it has gotten off the chain. But also the reason for that, in case people aren't aware, is that housing has become commoditized. Is that a way to say it? Commercialized, where corporations are buying up land and building apartments so that way they can get paid. So
correct.
The newest way that a lot of billionaires found out that they could have the biggest tax write-offs ever in life is a loophole that as long as you own property, then whatever the value of that property is to a degree, you don't have to pay, like whatever you invested into that property. So let's say you're realizing, it's towards the end of the year. If I don't invest in something, I'm going to have to pay $300,000. So let me instead invest $350,000 into X,
and
Y,
now
and
I
Z.
don't,
And now I get $50,000 back.
Yeah, I get $50,000 back.
Because I invested.
And with this property, I'm now making more money off of it.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
So and that's why they're saying that we're on the cusp of eventually there being trillionaires because of the fact that it's just money is being printed from somewhere. I don't know where.
Yeah, I don't understand. But also the thing is that when they were talking about, oh my God, I think I just lost it. Wait, where'd it go? It's gone.
I took it from. Well, we're out of time.
Yeah, we're out of time. So
we're way over time actually. But if it comes back to you, we can talk about it next week.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything important. But yeah, it is what it is. It's fine. It was just something that I thought of that was tying into that. But
to the property. Well, let me say this.
That's what it was. It was the person who was supposed to go into the building, who drove from California to New York to go into the building, is supposed to go to the NFL offices.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
This happened months ago. But there was a man who drove from California, and he said that he had brain surgery, brain issues, CTE or whatever. No. But he went in there and he killed the CEO of Blackstone, which is a company that has been doing that. They have been buying properties. But then they were saying that, no, he just went into the NFL office. It's like, so if he was going to the NFL office, why did he
end
get
up at Blackstone?
Yeah, because it's all one building with different floors and different things, but he went and killed this person.
And he's still living?
I don't know.
No, I was just wondering. I mean, it sounds like a cover-up to me.
Yeah, I know, right?
But, what isn't at this point
exactly,
in life? So there's that. Conspiracy theory, hashtag.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories. Theorists. All right. And on that note, y'all, we have gone down several rabbit holes.
Yes, we have.
Several. Are y'all still with us? Are you still here? All right. Well, we appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being a part of
Sestra-Tainment.
We will talk to you next time. Have an amazing week. And let's just all be kind to each other.
Yeah.
All righty. Bye.
Bye.